How to spot a red flag. Guys, this is a story that a guy has shared that he spot a red flag in his own way. So we are going to look at it and see what goes wrong here. And if he actually did the right thing, we are going to look at it. So story time. Let's get into the story. I knew something was off the moment she made that joke. What joke? Not because it was funny, but because I knew what it was. You like brown, Sha? She said, laughing. It's like it's your favorite color. I smiled, but in my head I paused. See, I am a creature of habit. Once I like something, I stick to it. Same baba for 3 years, same style, same everything. As long as it works, I don't change it. So yes, I buy my brown bosses in set, clean, fresh, identical. For my peace of mind, I stick to my pattern. But clearly, Madame had been observing. What she didn't know was that this whole thing started weeks earlier. I met her at a mall one random weekend. Vibe was instant. She didn't stress or give me drama at all. And I love that about her. That same day, we linked up at my place. Nothing serious planned, just Netflix and chill. Few hours later, she looked at me and she said she was honey. One thing led to another, and I started working from couch to rag to bed until we ended up on my bed. That night, madness. That was the first of many. She came back the next day, and the next, and the next. Before I knew it, we had a full situationship going. No labels, just friends with benefits and vibes. Then my birthday came. She showed up with gifts. Nice ones too. Bosses, white, black, blue. I appreciated it. Then she dropped the joke. You like brown, Sha? I didn't argue. I didn't explain. I just stood up, walked into my room, opened my drawer, and came back with all 12 brown brushes. I laid them neatly on the bed. Silence. Then she burst out laughing. Omo, I thought you were repeating one.
Wetin dey worry this one? Who be this one?
I stared at her, smiling. Then she added, still laughing. I even told my friend self. I said this guy dey wear one bossa, the same brown every time, but I didn't mind because she paused, grinding. You sabi, your thing dey do wonders. Wow.
Baby, you can't blame me. I'm a Costa Rican dude. Come on! Oh my God! Yes, ain't nothing yet.
That was it. The fact that she had already gossiped me to her friends without asking me first or hearing from me. I just smiled and stayed calm. But in my head, I was done. By the time she left that day, I had ended it, blocked her everywhere. For me, that was a bigger red flag than knocking her the first day we met and continuing without putting a label on it. Because if you can gossip about me like that over bosses, you are not a good person. What else will you say about me without confirming the truth? So guys, that was it. Do you think he did the right thing or not? This is a true life story experience from one random guy that met a lady at a mall. That's what happened in his life. What do you think about it? What do you think? If you think he did the right thing, just drop it in the comment section. Let's move on. This guy said he will never forget the day that her aunt slapped a plate of food out of his hand, and that taught him a valuable lessons. Let's dive in. I will never forget the day my aunt slapped a plate of food out of my hand and taught me a valuable lesson. I was in Jamaica. An old friend came by to see me. My grandfather had recently passed away, so we were having the ninth night of visitors and people moving in and out of our yard. My friend brought me a plate of food, oyster, rice and pies, coleslaw, my favorite. He handed it to me and said, my mom made this especially for you. His mom knew I was visiting from Canada and wanted to make my favorite dish. I was so happy. I took the plate and went to the back of the house where one of my aunts was cooking for the guests. I sat beside her and started eating. She looked at my plate and asked, where did you get that? I told her my friend brought it and said his mom made it for me. She looked at me again and asked, did you ask him to bring you food? I said no. Before I take another bite, my aunt slapped the plate out of my hand and said, don't eat anymore. I was shocked. I asked her why, and she just told me to sit beside her in the kitchen and stay as long as it would take for me to eat the food. Then go back outside, give him the plate after washing it and said thank you. I didn't ask any more questions. I just did what I was told. I went back outside, handed him the plate, said the food was delicious and thanked him and his mom. He smiled and left. A few days later, he called to check on me. We were chatting for a while and then he asked something strange. Did you eat all the food? I said yes. Weeks later, I was back in Canada, we spoke again. And in between the chats, he questioned me about the food again. He asked, "You really ate the food? All of it?" I said yes. Till this day, that moment has stayed with me ever since. I have often wondered what was in that food, but super grateful for my aunt's wisdom and discernment. Growing up, my grandmother always said, there are three things you have to be careful with: food, your hair, and your clothing, because those are the easiest ways for someone to pass energy to you. Whether you believe in that or not, one thing I learned very young is this: not everything people hand you is meant for your good. Stay prayed you all. So that is a wonderful experience from another person. What do you think? Do you think the ant was a God sent that actually saved this guy? Or the ant actually knew the character or something that these people can do to him because he's coming from Canada? What are your thoughts? Just drop in the comment section. Thank you for watching this channel.